Well, thank you so much for staying with Sunrise. This home-based bakery called Bakist by Stero, located in Yalis, St. Thomas, specializes in cakes to ice cream, pudding and pies and more ice cream. They will bring us the sweet treats for Sunrise this morning. Let's welcome founder of Bakist by Stero, Lancine Sterling, to share more, otherwise known as... No, Quinn. Lancine, good morning and welcome to Sunrise. Good to have you, good to see you. And, you know, my first question is, how did you get started in this kind of profession?
All right, so it started with me being at home. I went down by my uncle's house last year, and we were just there. We realized that there are some bananas, and these bananas started to turn brown. So no one in the house eats those kinds of bananas. So I was there wondering, what can I do with them? So someone suggested banana fritters. I'm not a fritters fan. So I said, all right, I love banana bread. Let me try. Went on Googled a recipe for banana bread, and you know, you're looking for those recipes with 4.7 stars and above.
Yes.
And I found one that was 5-star, and I worked with it. And the first attempt, it was okay, just a little burnt. And then I continued going. Sometimes I got it good, sometimes it was burnt, sometimes it was dry, sometimes it came out good again.
But you kept doing it.
And I kept doing it.
Until you perfected it.
Right.
Yeah.
So every time I got it good, I made notes.
All right.
Then after that, I just decided that, yeah.
And it just happened from there.
Yes, it just happened.
And now you are just a business by yourself.
Yes.
All right, so what have you brought to us this morning to share and to explain? Because we see some nice things going on right here. And there's a banana bread with raisins.
No, that's a bread pudding.
That's a bread pudding.
Yes.
And then we have what here?
We have some cookies. Those are some peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
We have a cheesecake trifle.
Hey.
We have a dragon stout cheesecake with some dragon stout transfer pipettes.
No drinking on the job, I sat.
And then we have a coconut rum cheesecake shooter. They're called mini shooters.
Mini shooters.
Yes.
All right, so let me ask now. I mean, you took very few hours to create all of this for this morning.
Few hours well.
I mean, talk to us about the demand that you get for these items.
Well, I brought these items. The mini shooter is something that is new, but the demand
so
for
you gave it the name mini shooter?
No, that's the actual name for it. So depending on the flavor, that's the type of shooter it is.
Well, nasty.
Right.
Okay,
so the demand on the business for cheesecake and trifle is increasing. My customers seem to love my cheesecake, no matter what flavor. They have the utmost confidence in me, even if they know that I haven't done it before. So
what else do you specialize in? I mean, Black Forest cake?
Yes, ma'am. We do all types of cake, custom cakes for all events. So weddings, birthdays, and birthdays seem to be the favor amongst the business.
And we're seeing one on screen now. Just walk us through this particular one, Lancine.
So this one here is a vanilla cake with strawberry filling. It has some macaroons on top. We call this a liquor cake. So as you can see, the Smirnoff in the middle there.
Quite nicely done.
Yes,
What's
thank
the
you.
frosting?
The frosting is vanilla. So it's vanilla icing, and it has a vanilla drip. So the customer wanted all vanilla.
Ah, look at this one. This was a special occasion cake.
Yes, so this is a wedding cake, a 3-tier wedding cake that was done for a customer's wedding in March. She loved it. It was 3 flavors. So there was red velvet at the bottom, there was vanilla in the middle, and carrot on top.
Ah,
So
three different sizes, three different flavors.
Right, so it's a 6-inch, an 8-inch, and a 10-inch.
How difficult was it to get the rose petals? I mean, working with fondant isn't as easy.
Well, it was pretty difficult. You know, the roses are actually gum paste, so it's a bit different from fondant.
Okay.
It was pretty difficult, but I take no credit for the roses.
Yes.
Yes, my rose work needs some work, so I would have ordered the roses from one of my senior bakers. Yes.
And so, how much a cake like this one? I mean, what are these things? I mean,
They're called transfer pipettes.
transfer, and what is in there?
So currently this one has
Yeah.
dragon stout, but whatever form of liquid you want it to transfer to the cake, that's what it does.
Well, we're not transferring any to ISAT this morning. And then we have here, remind us what this one is.
It's the coconut rum cheesecake shooter.
So, can I taste one?
Yes, you can.
What do I use, the spoon or do I
Yes,
use
the
the fork?
spoon.
ISAT, I bet you not get none. This is good.
Thank you.
This is really good, Lancine.
So some persons use a spoon and get right down into it so
Can
that
get
they
down
can
right in
scoop
there,
up
so right
all the
now.
layers.
Well, if we wait till we go to a break, we get down there. And how can people, if somebody wants a cake to be done, custom made, they come to you or they call you and they provide you with perhaps the idea. And what happens after that?
Well, we have a discussion. So persons tend to come with the idea because the average person doesn't know about cake. They doesn't know they want a cake. So what I would ask persons to do to make the process easier is to provide us with a picture of what they want, and flavoring is important as well. So it helps to determine the cost of the cake. Right.
And you cater for every occasion?
Yes.
Birthdays, weddings, anniversaries.
Even a friend of mine flew out here in May, I believe. She had a funeral to attend, and she wanted me to do 180 cupcakes for the repast. So yes, we do anything for any event.
And they're affordable.
Yes, they are.
Yes. From a pin to an anchor, you name it, it is right here. What's next for you, Lancine?
Well, the intention is to move from home-based to a physical location. So, you know, it is the hope that we can move and set up a physical bakery where customers can come in and not only enjoy the confectionaries, but to also enjoy stuff like lemonade. If they come in the morning and would want to grab a cookie, for example, with a cup of tea, muffin with tea, something just to start their day. Or if they want to come in for lunch and grab a sandwich, something light if you're on a diet or anything like that. So the aim is to go physical and to expand.
That's quite nice. Now, this business home base is in St. Thomas.
Yes.
Here's the million-dollar question. Do you deliver everywhere?
Everywhere. So I once had a customer who wanted a cake in Montego Bay, and we went there. It's a bit tedious because, you know, you have to do that traveling from one end of the island to the other. But we put in our best for our customers.
Indeed. And how can individuals reach out to you if they want to place orders, they want to sample your products? What have we?
All right, so most persons reach out to us on Instagram. So that's Bakist_by Stero. Persons can reach out to us on TikTok. That's Bakist By Stero. Persons can reach out to us via email. So that's bakistbystero@gmail.com. And they can also reach out to us via WhatsApp. The contact number is 489-1768.
Well, thank you so much, Lancine, for talking to us this morning and for sharing these delectable treats. Now we have to take another one. We wish you well.
Thank you.
And all the very best.
Thank you.
News is at the top of the hour. Stay with us. Sunrise continues after these. We'll be right back.